Hey everyone, it's me Gavin Vengeance and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at an event that's currently going on right now in Genshin Impact. It's called Unreconciled Stars, and this event is actually a fantastic way for you to rack up some Primo Gems, as well as get your hands on a 4-star official. So without further ado, let's talk about the event. So in order to begin this event, you need to be Adventure Rank level 20, so I would highly recommend getting that out of the way first, and then you can go and speak with Catherine at the Adventurer Guild in the city of Mondstadt. She will then give you the quest known as Unknown Star, and that's actually the first series of quests that you can complete in this timed event. This is a series of 6 quests which requires you to find 7 meteorite shards for a specified region. The region is highlighted on your map, and whenever you get near that region, you're going to start seeing these blue circles out on the map. That's going to tell you pretty much the approximate location of these meteorite shards, and as you get closer to the shard, your character's vision is going to start pulsing, and it'll pulse faster, and it'll actually end up giving off this noise and everything whenever you're really close to the shard. Sometimes the shards are kind of off on their own, but also some shards are guarded by enemies, so you may have to fight a couple of mobs or whatever to get it, but it's nothing too serious. I think I completed all 6 of these quests within like a half hour or something, so it didn't really take very long, and I ended up getting a lot of Primo Gems from doing the first part of this. So moving on to the next part of this event, known as Star of Deceitful Dreams, you will need to complete one quest prior to activating this, known as the Crisis Deepens, which will just pretty much have you getting in touch with a very familiar character who is no stranger to astronomy, and will then highlight areas on your map showing you where you can find meteorite remains to salvage. And by salvaging meteorite remains, I essentially mean participating in mob wave battles. That's exactly what it is. As soon as you click on one of these meteorite remains, it'll give you a menu with a bunch of different difficulties of levels of enemies that you're going to fight in this. The only real difference is the amount of meteorite shards that you're going to be rewarded from completing this. But the catch is, in these wave battles, the meteorite remains are given an element which will pulse out, and it'll apply to any mob within the vicinity every so often. So essentially you kind of want to use the opposing element in order to make sure that you can complete this within the time limit. I haven't had any trouble even on the hardest difficulty, but once you fill up that progress bar, it'll be completed, and then you can move on to doing it again. Because I think you need to actually end up salvaging the meteorite remains a total of 30 times in order to get all the rewards from this segment of the event. And another important thing that I should note as well is that if you stray too far outside of the boundaries of this battle, you'll actually end up losing progress off of your bar, so you kind of want to stay fairly close to the meteorite remains as you're taking down these enemies. And lastly, upon completion of this salvaging, you will need to spend 20 resin in order to obtain the reward from doing this.
You can't run.
The final portion of this event, known as Star of Destiny, will end up launching on November 23rd. It will require you to complete one quest again prior to unlocking this, known as What the Skies Conceal, the Water Reveals. Not 100% sure on what this quest is going to end up involving, however I will guess that it's probably going to be similar to the other prerequisite quest. However, we do currently know the details of the final phase and what's going to be involved with completing that. Star of Destiny will end up requiring you to charge up a gigantic fallen star by taking down more waves of monsters. I believe it can be co-opted online, kind of similar to like the last event that ended up happening. However, it will require you to spend 40 resin to claim your reward this time around, so it's a little bit more of a hefty cost. However, it will give you the other currency that you need to access the second portion of the shop, which gives you things like talent level up materials as well as that Sage Crown. So this is something that you're going to want to repeat, especially if you want the rewards from this. However, if you don't want to farm this, keep in mind you will need to complete it at least 7 times, as well as 14 salvages of the meteor remains in order to unlock your copy of Official. Lastly, one other thing that I see a lot of people overlooking with this event is the Meteorite Wave, which is essentially these very menial tasks such as relaying messages to different NPCs or going out and taking down a couple of very easy to defeat groups of mobs, and you'll end up raking in a ton of Primo Gems from this as well. You end up getting, I believe, 3 for each portion of the event that ends up unlocking, so if you already have them all completed, another 3 will become available, I believe, on the 23rd, so keep an eye out for that and make sure you do these quests as well. Throughout the entirety of this event, all of the characters that you're seeing listed on screen right now are receiving a temporary damage increase of 60%, so if you have access to those characters, please make sure to put them in your party. It'll make your job a hell of a lot easier. Hopefully you guys end up amassing as many Primo Gems as you can, because I can't wait for that Zhongli banner, and I know you probably can't as well. Best of luck on your pulls. If you guys found this video helpful in any way, or if you want to see more Genshin Impact content, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all for the next one. Take care. Have a good one.